Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lacey. I'm the owner of Milky Candles and I make videos about life in my 30s. Today I'm going to talk about where my business is going, Milky Candles, and some things that you should think about if you really haven't thought about it already. Not that I'm claiming to be an expert in any way, but I always just think that sharing information is valuable and you can take what you want. For those of you that are new here, I launched my candle business in 2021 and I have learned so many things since I have launched. You're always just on your toes. You just never know what's gonna be on the other side of the door. Now I sort of feel like things are a little bit leveled out. Having things be a little bit more consistent makes me feel a lot better about like introducing a new product or maybe like phasing a product out. So we're gonna talk about all things my business, and you can hopefully take a couple of these nuggets with you. So it is no secret that raw materials are getting more and more and more expensive. And I have seen so many companies that are upping their prices because of this, which makes complete sense to me. I'm not there quite yet, to be honest. I'm already charging $34 a candle. So what I'm allowing myself to do right now is in the slower seasons, like summer, which of course is now coming to an end, thank God. 120 in Phoenix, Arizona. It's just stupid. I was allowing myself to be out of stock. I have this anxiety that's like, everything has to be fully stocked. And I'm like, it's okay. It's really okay. Especially if you take a look at what is out of stock. My hair just came out. Doesn't it know I'm filming? I'm always moving my head too damn much. And in fact, I think it's okay to be out of stock because it sort of feeds into a scarcity mindset a little bit with consumers, but also being out of stock allows me to save up all my monies so that I can actually buy wholesale pricing. So for example, I usually buy my vessels maybe 3 to 4 boxes at a time. Sometimes it's only 2 boxes at a time. It's 12 vessels a box. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 all year round scents. And then I usually have 3 to 4 seasonal scents at a time. That's a lot to keep in stock. So I'm gonna be gentle with myself. If there are times where maybe white tea and jasmine is out of stock, but it's wintertime and people probably aren't really gonna go for those before they go for another candle. So just kind of taking a look at what it is, like what the actual product is and whether it's a top seller for that season or not. But also, back to what I was saying, I am saving my money so that I can take advantage of wholesale pricing, which is exactly what I am doing right now. My vessels have been out of stock, which is very frustrating to me because I'm like, I committed to you because you were actually always in stock. So now I'm like, so when they are in stock, I'm gonna have to go in and make sure I secure the vessels that I need for the next season. So it kind of forced me to take a look at how often I'm buying so little, whereas I should maybe just be taking a second and buying a lot at a time. It's gonna help me budget a little bit better. It's gonna help me with this sort of anxiety about everything needs to be in stock all the time. And it's gonna save me some money. Anytime you buy something, I'm sure that you see if you buy 10 or more or 15 or more, then you get this pricing. And that's the same with everything. It's gonna be the same with wax. It's gonna be the same with vessels. It's gonna be the same with wicks. It's gonna be the same with wick stickers, labels, you name it. The more you buy, the more you end up saving in the long run. Now, with something like vessels that I know I'm gonna use all the time, it's not like a seasonal fragrance oil. Yeah, I'm gonna take a second, let some things be out of stock, save all my monies, and buy the things that I'm going to use all the time in bulk. I can't always do that, but right now it feels like the right move. I'm also still striving to make items affordable. Like as the recession hits more people and hits more people's pockets, people are not wanting to spend a lot of money on something, even if it's the fact that it's a bigger size. Sometimes people don't make that mental connection of, oh, well, this is gonna last me this long because this is what size it is, or these are the materials, or it's a small business. Some people are like, that's too expensive. And I don't even know what that smells like because it's an online store. So something else I've included is, and I'm actually launching it this weekend, so by the time you see this video, it will be launched already, is little glass candles. I know what I said about glass. I'm very aware of what I said about glass. I said that everybody does it. And it's true. Everyone does do it. And now, me included. I get why everyone chooses glass. It is like the most affordable option while still being beautiful. And it goes nicely on a shelf. So I have decided to introduce these beautiful little 5-ounce glasses with a golden lid. I also know what I said about lids. Listen, I'm aware. I said that I think that they're a waste, which I still do think that they are a waste. Like, it's an extra expense and whatnot. But because of the type of jar it is, it has a lip that is intentionally made for a lid, which looks kind of weird if you don't have a lid on it. So, and these will be sold alongside my ceramic vessels so that if there is a sage and lavender ceramic vessel that is out of stock, someone can still get a candle. It's gonna be a lot more affordable. It'll be easier to keep in stock because glass is, if you can't find one glass jar on one website, you could probably find it on another. So it'll be a little bit more accessible for me as a candle manufacturer. If you follow me on Instagram, then you would see that I posted this post, which is that we're really excited to start introducing these coming up this weekend. Taking something that I already sell and just maybe having a little bit of a different variation of it, which is the different size and the different vessel, I'm hoping will encourage more people to take a chance on buying a scent online that they've never smelled. And additionally, with each order, we're sending a little sample. It's not something that's like a major out-of-pocket cost. And because we're doing that, we're actually slowing down on stickers. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So I'm swapping one expense for the other. In the discussion of just products in general, I think I'm gonna start phasing out the room sprays. I'm not 100% sure. We still have all the materials for them, so it's not like I'm in a hurry to make this decision, but I have almost been selling room sprays since I launched my business. I've tried different bottles, I've tried different fragrances. What I have going right now is every candle that I carry, I have a room spray for it, except for fall this year. I did fall last year, but I didn't do it this year. And it is slow to sell. They are very slow. The most that we ever, I can't even say sell, but the most that we ever sell the room sprays is when we do events and we say, buy 2 candles, get a room spray for free. That's usually when we see room sprays fly off our shelves more than ever. I also see a lot of first-time buyers buying the room sprays, and I think that that is potentially just because they want a cheaper version of the scent in a bottle to see if they even like it. I'm making an assumption here. That could not be true, but I'm sort of feeling like that's what it is because I often see a trend of them coming back to buy a candle, most times. I love our room sprays, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't enjoy making them. They don't sell nearly as much as I hoped. People will miss them, that's for sure, but I think the group of people would be small. A lot of the fragrance oils tend to oxidize sitting on the shelf, and so by the time it's ready to get shipped out to somebody who purchases it, it's then turned brown because the office that I have is just not very dark, which means that a lot of them are really made to order with like a little disclaimer about oxidizing, which then makes it feel kind of like chaotic every time someone orders one because I'm not only just packing their order, but I'm like making something to order. And it's just not as streamlined as I would like it to be. And I'm sure that there's an additive that I can buy and put in there to make it not do that, to not oxidize. But the reality is I just don't know if I care enough to sell them to do that. It's just as simple as that. So I'm still considering it. I don't really know. Again, we still have all the materials for it. So stay tuned for that answer. But if there's something that you are doing that you're really questioning, keep your eye on it. Maybe take some notes about it. How often does it sell? Does it convert your consumers into second customers or third time customers? Keep your eye on that thing that you're questioning because maybe it's holding you back a little bit. Because I could spend my time doing so many other things if I wasn't focused on making room sprays to order. We are also currently preparing for the fall/winter season. I launched my fall collection in August. I think it was like August 8th or something like that. I do feel like it was a little early, but I started panicking. I mean, you cannot go to a Fry's, a Safeway, a Fred Meyer, a Dollar Tree, whatever, any store that is near you. You cannot go to it without seeing a damn pumpkin or a ghost. It was Halloween in August already, so I panicked and I just got them out early. Sales were very, very, very slow. It is now September 19th when I'm recording this, and sales are starting to pick up. So I definitely launched it a little too early. I think next time I would wait and I would just post it for wholesale orders so that the local, or not even local, but the retailers that we work with can go ahead and get theirs without us feeling like we have to sell ours already, because it is a lot of materials to launch prematurely. I just don't want that to happen again next year. So I might wait towards the end of August to launch fall next year. But nonetheless, we are preparing for markets. It is officially, we are coming up on market season. I'm thinking about, I need to make sure I have candle care cards. I need to make sure I have business cards. Stickers, we have decided not to do this year. It's another expense. It's cute. I love my stickers. I am kind of sad that I'm not doing them this year, but I don't charge people for them. So it doesn't really make sense right now if I'm struggling as a business owner to have an item that doesn't relate to the candle that much. Like, I would rather give out free samples with orders for like the next season that's coming up. I'd rather do that and get people excited about smelling that, or like, oh, this is a scent that I haven't smelled and I'm glad I got to get one for free and I can see if I can really like it, versus a sticker. I don't know. Yeah, that's just my thought process. This year we're doing an email raffle, which I'm really excited about. So at markets, we'll have people sign up for they'll put their name down and their email, and then we will take that list and we will sign them up for our email list manually. And for that one market, we will choose a winner for a free candle to be sent to them. So that's kind of like the incentive that we're gonna do. I recognize I need to really work on my email marketing. The incentive for email marketing really should be that, or not email marketing, but the incentive for signing up for emails, yes, you can save a little bit of money because it's like 15% off on our website, but additionally, you're the first to hear about stuff. That's the whole point, in my opinion. Like, you are the first to know when a new collection is gonna drop. You're the first to know when a sale is gonna happen. If we're doing like a surprise little sale, you're gonna be one of the first to know. And so I need to make sure that I'm utilizing that more. The problem is all of my Shopify emails go straight to junk, even in my own email. So I need to figure that out because that's annoying. I've sent out a couple marketing emails and it says 0, 0, 0, 0. Nobody has clicked this. People have gotten them. My mom, my fiance, my best friend, myself, I've gotten them, and guess where they are? They're in my spam folder. So I definitely need to figure that out too. That's something that is on the horizon for me. But we're also thinking about what kind of bundles do we want to have this year. I've told you that last year, or the 2 years prior, we've done buy 2 candles, get a room spray for free. I don't think we're gonna do that this year. I think we're just gonna do, actually that's not entirely correct. We decided during holiday season only. The candles are $34. We said buy 2 for $62 or something like that. I can't quite remember. So we'll do something like that again. And then also, what is our budget for booths? We are very lucky to be invited to places for free. And as grateful as we are, we're starting to think, how much more can we be exposed if we do start paying some of these booth fees? So that's definitely something else that we are thinking about. And then also just preparing for winter, period. I am so well aware that we are like mid-September. I'm fully aware. But for me, it's really helped being a season ahead. I was planning fall in summer. I was actually already starting winter in summer. Like, we landed on all of our winter scents, all of our fall scents, probably by like late July. And I actually made all of the mini scents that I'm gonna have for winter. So here's what we're doing for winter. I'm making all of these little glass candles that go with all of our year-round fragrances, but for winter, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to offer kind of like a discovery set for all 3 of the winter scents that we have. So the winter scents are Flannel and Fleece, because it's a bestseller, The Cabin, because last year it flew off the shelves and we were like, damn, people like this one. And then we have a new one called Clove and Cedar. So we have 2 favorites and then a newbie, which is gonna be a favorite, hands down. So we have 3 of those, and we're gonna put the 3 of those in a little gift box with a wick cutter. So that will be available for purchase in the winter, as well as being able to buy the big ceramic options if you want them. We also have considered doing a twofer during the holiday season. So kind of like a buy one, get one. So buy 1 candle, get the second one 35% off or 40% off, or I haven't really thought about the logistics, and I have to sit down and look at all the math, which is not my favorite part. Starting the beginning of this month, the beginning of September, I actually was handing out these little coupons that I made for the holiday season, starting I think like mid-October and going up until December. I don't even remember what the date was, but basically it was like about a month and a half of time to be able to get a certain percentage off of candles. So we're handing those out early because we want people to think, oh yeah, I have this coupon that I can use in the time where people like candles the most. So it's going to be a lot of different ways to save in winter. What I need to do though is I need to make sure that I am communicating that with the audience. Sometimes I just put it on my Instagram once, or I put it on my website somewhere and I expect everybody to know, but that's not the case. It needs to happen multiple times. It needs to be emails, it needs to be reels, it needs to be stories, you name it. If someone local has that coupon and they see us at a market, I'm gonna go ahead and just honor that for them at the market as well. I'm assuming it's not gonna be a whole lot, but also like if you could buy it online, then you can also buy it in person and you can use your coupon here in person. I've also been batching my photography. This is kind of a no-brainer, but like for some reason it took me a really long time to understand this concept. I batch content often, like on my YouTube channel, but like apparently I didn't give the same thought to photography. But anyway, I'll take between 4 to 6 really good, clean, cozy, aesthetically pleasing pictures in one setting with one backdrop, and then I'll do it again with another backdrop, and then I'll do it again with another backdrop. And so I'll do this for like 3 or 4 different backdrops, and then throughout like the next 2 months, or however often you post, it depends on how often you post, you've got content already. And this helps it helps with a lot of things actually. It helps my feed look a little bit more intentional, my Instagram feed, because that's where we get the most people who convert, aside from YouTube, who convert to customers, because that's like the free marketing that we have is Instagram. And because we're using the same filter, it's kind of like the same color palette throughout my whole feed. We've got like blacks and browns and grays and greens, and like it's a little cozy of a filter. It's sort of like if I can just take like one day out of the month and do that, it really helps me feel less anxious about posting. And then I know I'm posting every Saturday. Actually, I don't really post on Saturdays because our target audience is actually not on Instagram on Saturdays. It's more than they are like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, which is very interesting to take a look at your insights and figure that out as you've started posting more often. But it's really helped me stop obsessing over content, because I used to just be like, oh my God, I need to post something this weekend. And so then I would try to like squeeze in time to take a photo of something. And even if I didn't love it, I would still post it because I'm like, I don't really have anything else to post. So it's been really helpful in that regard, as well as just, it looks nice. Kind of the last thing that I have been doing, and it's definitely something that you should consider. I'm not a financial expert, so whatever I say here is just what I'm doing, and that's it. However, I called my bank and I told my bank, I need another business checking account because I already have a business checking and a business savings. Here's why I need that checking account. Whenever I get a payout from Shopify or Etsy or any other place, it goes directly into my business checking. I take a certain percentage of that for taxes and I put that in my savings account. So now what I have in my checking is stuff for materials and stuff to like money to pay myself. The problem is I'm very much a visual person, and I need to know how much I have for materials and how much I have to pay myself. Also, when I pay myself in these really small increments throughout the weeks, throughout the whole month, I feel like I don't really see the money. If I pay myself $50 one week and then I pay myself $80 the next week, that $50 is already gone. Like it's probably already gone to groceries by now, which is great. But it makes it harder for me to account for how much I am paying myself. So what I have decided is that in this new checking account is going to be a certain percentage of what I have left over for materials to pay myself. Because here's the thing, I'm not good at paying myself, and I need to pay myself, period. You need to pay yourself, period. You did not do this to just be like a legitimate starving artist. I mean literal starving, like not being able to afford groceries. So you need to pay yourself. Even if it's just a little, it's so good to get into the practice of it. So every time I get a payout, I'm putting a certain percentage in that new checking account, and at the end of the month, I will give myself that money. It's also easier for me to do it this way because I'm an LLC, and I recognize that payroll for LLCs and sole proprietorships are very different, but that's how I do it. Well, yeah, that's how I do it as an LLC. So those are just some things that are going on with me, with Milky Candles. If you're moving into a new direction with anything, leave it in the comments down below. I love you guys even if you don't love me back. Don't forget to check the Don't forget to check the description box for other videos that might feel kind of similar to this, and I will see you guys in my next video. That is a dry ass leaf if I've ever heard one. Bye.